into this. Nice. Francis. Alright, let's get straight into game 2. Going live in 5, 4. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Penguin, and I would like to welcome you to MLG's Tall to Rim Altar, where we are going to jump straight into game 2 of this fantastic series between Hero and MVP. In the top left, we'll be seeing our Red Terran up 1-0 from his win on Shakura's Plateau, QIMMVP. And in cross-spawn locations, we're going to be seeing the Blue Protoss down 1-0. He needs to win this, or his MLG Providence adventure will be over. Team Liquid's Hero. Now, we are on Tall to Rim Altar. This is a huge map. I believe it's the biggest map in the map pool for MLG. Maybe even the biggest map that exists competitively, but don't quote me on that, because I do not know. We are in cross-spawn locations. The rush distance is massive. Just look at how far these units would have to run. So, it's not uncommon by any stretch of the imagination to see a pretty long macro game on this map, especially given the spawn locations. So, I wouldn't be surprised to see the players open like they did in the last game with a fast expansion, just going into full-on macro mode. Of course, one player or the other could look to exploit that obvious choice. For instance, one thing that we've seen Jelizer do quite a bit is because he knows that players will go Forge Fast Expand on certain maps, he'll 6-pool them, and that will obviously do terrible things to them. So, if MVP figures, well, Hero's gonna do a fast expand, he might just say, well, I'll just go for a 2-Rax. Problem solved. Or, likewise, Hero could say, well, I'll just go for a 2-Gate. Both of them very potent builds. Of course, we could also just see both of them just go for a fast expand. We are going to be seeing a Barracks and a Gateway on their way up. We're seeing gas up from LiquidHerO, so he may be going straight into a Cyber Core, going for some one-base play. Wouldn't be surprising given he's not really saving up tons of money or anything. MVP, on the other hand, is saving up lots and lots of money. Going to be getting that orbital, running over here with his SCV, and he's going to be planting down a command center there very soon, I would assume. There we go, command center placed down by QIMMVP, and he'll be going for that fast expand. Cybernetics core on the way up for LiquidHerO, who could look to go for, I mean, this is a pretty standard build for just about any one-base play, or not fast expansion play from Hero. So it really could be anything at this point. I'm not going to pretend to know. Looks like he's going to gear up for a Zealot Scout. Does he know? He does know where his opponent is. This probe didn't quite get the information he wanted. Marine is at the front, so he's going to get the Zealot a bit more robust. Going to try to run through there and see everything that's going on. Double gas going up for MVP. Well, interesting. Double gas could mean any number of things as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see a factory go up pretty soon, followed by a starport, maybe some Banshee play. The Zealot's going to be chasing down this SCV. SCV is going to see everything that's going on. We'll see. Ooh, there are 2 more gateways on the way. Could be a 3-gate expand. Ooh, very nice play. Did he see the Cyber Core? Well, I mean, the Cyber Core is pretty obvious. But you see 3 gateways up. Not likely that he's just going for like 3 gateway push. Warp gate push, maybe, but not gateway push. There's going to be a proxy pylon put up just outside the natural third of MVP. It's going to be pushing out across the map here. His Warp Gate technology is still a little ways away from being done, maybe half a minute with Chrono Boost. But he could be going for some sort of push. There is a bunker at the front, though, filled up with Marines, and more Marines are going to be popping out one at a time to fill up the second bunker as soon as it's up. So I don't see any sort of pressure from Hero being the most effective thing in the world. Factory's also on its way up for MVP. Little bit of a mini engagement there. The Stalkers get a poke and prod, taking some permanent damage, something you want to avoid if you're in this position. Will he be able to prevent that bunker from going up? If he focuses down the SCV, he might be able to. The bunker does go up, though. And 2 Marines are going to just get in there. We're going to get a free probe kill there. Nom probes. Will he lose a Marine? No, doesn't look like it. We'll get home. Keeping these probes here to be able to repair if the need arises. There's actually a second proxy pylon here. So if he does ever get into this natural, he can warp on the high ground. Very nice pylon placement there. Gonna be warming in a couple of units on that side, forcing the cancel on that. Wally, is he going to be able to do anything, though? He's continuing a little wall off there to prevent anything from just running by. There is an SCV hiding there to be able to see what's going on. Hero looks like he's gearing up to expand. We'll get the expansion down. No block from MVP. 2 bunkers. That's not going to be very good for MVP. For Hero. I don't see Hero being able to break this. MVP at this point has a pretty large macro lead. He is going to be pumping out tanks. Marine tank could be what we're going to be seeing here. Well, just permanently. There is a starport going up, though, and it's pretty close to that factory, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a switcheroo on those two. I just tried to gesture that with my hands, thinking you could see that. Wow. I'm smart! Anyway, we're going to be seeing a 3rd gas go up for MVP, who's saturating the space pretty nicely with mules and, obviously, SCVs. Ooh. It's SCV getting in, seeing absolutely everything, so no point. He sees there's nothing really sneaky going on. Hero's just going to try to catch up in the macro. Try to keep MVP contained on his 2 bases. Looks like he actually got that bunker down. There is another bunker going up, though. He's going to try to push forward. Gets an SCV. These little pokes and prods are very, very good for him. He's going to be getting siege mode as well. He's not going to be switching those up just yet. Ooh, he's getting the stalkers in. And gets the warpment on the high ground. This is going to be very effective. One stalker does get surrounded by the SCVs. Does get killed. But there's a lot of stuff in his base now. He's forced the mineral line to evacuate. He's going to try to finish that bunker. The bunker is about to finish up. And that will, of course, be very good for him. He'll be able to force the Zealots to not engage. 2 tanks are out, though, and as soon as siege mode is finished, which is now, I see this attack ending very quickly. Sieging up those tanks, should be able to kill that pretty quickly. Ooh, looks like he might get 1 tank, though. The repair's going down, but 1 tank does fall. And, ooh, we'll lose one of those. Ooh, the force field's pretty good, but not good enough. Looks like he's able to hold this off pretty well at this point, not losing much here. The Marines are pumping out 2 at a time. There are tanks pumping out. He is going to be going for the Banshees, but any Banshee play he might have been planning is going to be a bit offset by the fact that Hero is able to warp things into his base. And that tank is going to siege up very close. And very nice force field preventing the healing there, the repair, but the Banshee pops out. Should be able to kill basically everything here. Ooh, no. The warping of more stalkers is going to prevent that Banshee from doing anything super good. Going to lift up that orbital to give some more surface area to his Marines. Pretty good engagement there. Ooh, we'll lose that sentry. That's a very big loss there. And 2 of those stalkers fall. Another stalker falls. They're all gone. Well played, and he'll be able to take out that pylon, and that attack is finished. That more than paid for itself for LiquidHerO, though, as he is able to sort of macro up behind that. He's been able to get this base up. He was able to get quite a few worker kills. Getting blink now as well, which will also allow him to blink straight up into the back of that base. And gets that pylon. We'll be moving across the map. Is he getting cloak? He is not getting cloak, but he is getting more Banshees. So we could be seeing a pretty reasonably large Banshee attack. He's actually just going to go for a push, go for a counter push. He needs to rectify that. He's bringing a lot of SCVs as well. This could be pretty deadly if he doesn't find a way to hold this off pretty quickly. He doesn't have the units for it, though. He's still only on 3 gateways, and this could kill him very quickly. A robo and 2 gateways on the way, but those gateways are not done, and the units are knocking on his door. 1 tank siege is up. Everything's going to be moving in pretty quickly. The SCVs are not going to allow anything to get killed really fast at all. There's a reasonable amount of Marines there as well, which should be able to kill absolutely everything. 1 Marine on the high ground, allowing the tanks to see that nexus, allowing the tanks to be able to snipe that nexus pretty easily. The sentry can't get in range or he'll be killed by those tanks. Marine's even going to go for a couple of kills. The Banshees are going to pull in, and the Banshees are going to start attacking that as well. And this could be GG very, very quickly, just because Hero doesn't have the units. All his units are out of position as well. Warped in Stalkers and the Zealots looked like they tried to maybe do some pressure here, but was not able to at all. He is pushing at this Nexus. Nexus is about to fall. Nexus goes down, and that could well be the game. MVP's supply capped right now, but so is Hero. And these units do end up finding his army, but there's just so few of them. Ooh, he does force the cancel on the bunker, getting a couple of nice force fields, but they're leaving a gap in the middle, and he's just able to do whatever he wants. And a 2-pronged attack here, not really what Hero needed. He still has so many units that he can just push up this ramp with. He is going to be warping in units 6 at a time now, with those 5 at a time rather, with these new gateways, but too little too late, I would say. MVP is just able to macro up behind this like a boss. Hero is looking at the income tab. Actually, it's actually pretty even right now, but MVP is on 2 base, able to produce workers 2 at a time, while Hero is forced to cut worker production. Oh! Hero's gonna lose one of the gateways. Huge loss. Will not be able to make enough units to hold this off. Nowhere near. Looks like he's gonna lose another one as well. Loses another gateway. He's down to just 3 unit producing structures here. He's forced to push. Blinks forward. Will be able to snipe 1 tank. Will he snipe the second one? The second one is so close to dying. He gets the second tank. There's still a good number of Marines here, though. He's going to try to kite with the blink. And MVP is very intelligently going to focus down that next warp gate. Will he get the warp gate? The tank moves forward. Gets the pylon, but there is another pylon powering that. And another tank reinforces, and he gets that. He gets it, and he's going to get the Twilight Council as well. Not that that really helps. He's going to focus down the Robo. The Robo is focused down. Tanks pushing. Ooh, nice split on the Stalkers to minimize the splash damage there, but there's just too much stuff for MVP. Hero's supply is falling. MVP's is going up, and he's going to be forced to pull probes here. Lots of probes going down very, very quickly here. And more and more Marines streaming in, more and more Banshees streaming in. We'll focus down. I'm not sure why he took that down, but another tank coming in. There are bunkers in his base. There's a base in my base, and a lot of probes going to go down to the tanks. There's almost nothing left for Hero 4 and 4 supply, and he GG's out. MVP wins this series, and this is the end of Hero's MLG Providence run. I have been Penguin, and thank you for tuning in. Holy shit, that was intense. Anyway, let's turn that off.